Hello everyone, welcome to this video. Today we're going to talk about resources that will help you to write your own music, to train your ear, to learn some music theory, and to train your voice. These are the resources that I have used and that I use on a daily basis, some of them literally every day. So I hope they will be useful, helpful, and you will enjoy these resources. First of all, let's start with the website that is called chord.com. There are a lot of generators. In this generator, chord.com, previously, like some time ago, it was fine, but I did not use it a lot because it was not very convenient, or I didn't really like it. That's it. But they have upgraded recently, and now I really like the website. I really like the upgrade, and I use it to write songs. You can use the genre, you can use you can choose the beats, the style, you can use minor, major, you can use the scale, BPM, all of that in this generator. Feel free to use it. Maybe just like my concern that I should not, it's just like what I tell myself, I should not use it too often because it's important to know how to make chord progressions yourself. But that's just what I've been thinking about lately, and maybe that's something that I should do, but yeah, we will see. Next app is well, this was the website, chord.com. Then the app. This is called bandlab, and probably you've seen some YouTube shorts where people explain how to use it, how to record your own songs using this. This app lets you record your own music from your phone, because there is a bunch of instruments that you can use. You can record vocals there, edit them, use some I don't know, put on reverb, delay, all of these fancy words. Especially if you're just figuring it out, or have started to use a DAW and you just need some experience in working in some program. I think it's a good start, but learning to work in a DAW is also a good idea. Or maybe sometimes you have some musical idea and you just can make a sketch and leave it in that app and then return to it a little bit later. Then there is a website from Ableton. I don't really remember the exact name of the website, but I will write it here. So check it out because there is some information that will help you to get started in music production. The one that I have taken is about synth, and there is some information about that that helps you understand how it works and what is involved in the process. That is a great source, I think, and yeah, there is a bunch of lessons. Then on the, I think this is like the official Ableton website, and you just need to find it somewhere. There is a book about music. I'll write the name here, but you can find it on the website. And this book is not really about how to write music in your DAW, so like how to put the instruments so that it sounds like a song or a piece of music. But this book is very insightful in terms of the process of music writing. There is advice on how to better organize your process, what to do, what not to do, and I have found this book very good, so I'm reading it now. I enjoy it and I will continue reading it. Yeah, check it out as well. Also, I have a video about starting your music journey, and some of the tips, some of the things that I have mentioned there got inspired by this book, so watch this video if you're interested. And we move on to the next thing. This time it's a website called musictheory.net, and there, guess what, you can find a lot of information on music theory. There is just theory, there are exercises, a lot to do. We also have an app. Continue talking about apps. There is an app called Ear Training where you can listen to intervals, to the chords, and guess which chord or interval is playing. But these are just a few examples. There is of course more that you can do in this app. There is a paid version, there is a paid part, paid exercises, and there is something that is free for which you don't need to pay. For the most part, I use the interval exercise for which you don't need to pay, but yeah, I want to try other things as well, so we will see. Another source that will help you understand better the songs of other artists, because sometimes it's helpful to reconstruct the songs, see their structure, how they are written, what techniques are used, and a good website to do that, to just listen to chords that are used in one song or the other song. This is called Chordify. There are quite a lot of songs and you can find chords for these songs, but I think there are a lot of websites where you can find chords for songs, but this one is I don't know, I just like this website because you can find ukulele version, their guitar version, piano version, all the chords, and they're synchronized, so you can just follow along with the melody, sing it, and do all of that. Finally, talking about voice training, there are several YouTube channels, several videos that I use to train my voice. For example, I use 2 warm-ups from Cheryl Porter YouTube channel, and I do them as a warm-up, then I do some tasks, some vocal exercises from my teacher, and I also use exercises from Aussie Vocal Coach YouTube channel. There are quite a lot of very useful exercises, riffs and runs, vocal exercises, so try it and I think you will like it. But as far as I know, you should be careful with this stuff because sometimes you can have pain in your throat while singing, and that's not really good for the voice. I think just trying this out is always good, but again, be careful with that. So these are the main resources that I use. Please let me know, maybe there were some of them that you knew already before watching this video, or maybe there are some resources that you use and that may help other people. So leave all of that knowledge in the comments down below. But that's it for this video. Like it, subscribe to the channel if you have found the information useful, and I see you in the next video. Thank you and goodbye.